guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Autumn Rose collection by Blush Lacquers that releases September 25th. In the description box below, I will link the Blush site, I will link their Instagram page, their Facebook page, and then my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. So we do have 6 rose gold flaky filled polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Tartan Rose, and this is described as a dark burgundy red nail polish with rose gold micro flakies. So here's our first coat of Tartan Rose. This one covers really well here on this first coat. The second coat will deepen the color and help any uneven spots, so I am going to go ahead and do that. Formula on all of these polishes across the board is the same, very smooth and easy to work with and buildable in 2 coats. So here is that second coat, and like I said, the color gets much deeper, much richer. This one is going to dry decently glossy and nothing will dry textured, so if you use a top coat, it's just for longevity and removal's easy. So there's 2 coats. Next up we have Ruby Rose, and this is described as a vibrant ruby red nail polish with rose gold micro flakes. Here's our first coat of Ruby Rose. This one has the same formula. I didn't have any kind of running, pooling, or staining with any of these across the board. These little tiny micro flakes are small enough in the polish that they do lie flat in the base, so nothing is going to have any kind of texture. And then this is also the flaky that's super easy to remove. It's not going to apply like a glitter, and it's not going to make a mess on your nails. This is a super beautiful holiday color. Again, I'd recommend top coat just to keep your manicure lasting. So there's 2 coats. Next up we have Woodland Rose, and this is described as a dark emerald green nail polish with tones of teal and rose gold micro flakies. Here's our first coat of Woodland Rose. This one also covers pretty well on the first coat. This one she described as an emerald, but I do see more of a like teal color in this, but for future reference, I would love to see an actual rich, like Christmas tree green in this kind of formula. It goes so beautifully with Ruby Rose that we just looked at. So again, completely opaque in 2 coats here, and I would recommend top coat. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have Evening Rose, and this is described as a dark blue-violet sapphire nail polish with rose gold micro flakies. Here's our first coat of Evening Rose, and there's somebody outside of my window mowing, so I'm so sorry if you can hear that. But again, the same easy to work with formula. You know, if Blush Lacquers puts out a polish with the word evening in it, it's going to be a stunner, and this one is beautiful. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2. Again, this one does dry nice and glossy and nice and smooth all on its own. I would still recommend top coat. And nothing in this is going to be difficult to remove. There's not going to be any kind of resistance. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have Rose a la Mode, and this is described as a pale tan nail polish with rose gold micro flakies. Here is our first coat of Rose a la Mode. This one is probably the most sheer in the collection just because it is a super light neutral. I was still able to get full opacity in 2 coats, but I guess depending on your application and how visible your nail line is, you might end up needing 3. The rose gold flakes really stand out the best in this polish, and I think it's a gorgeous contrast. Again, I would recommend top coat, and there's no resistance upon removal. So there's 2 coats. And then lastly for today we have Chocolate Rose, and this is described as a dark chocolate nail polish with rose gold micro flakies. And here's our first coat of Chocolate Rose. Same easy to work with formula, and Blush also has these wide paddle brushes that have the rounded tip at the edge, so I do really appreciate these brushes. I feel like I can get close to my cuticle line without having flooding. Here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 for me. Just like everything else, you will want top coat just to keep your manicure lasting, but it's not to hide any texture, and it does dry decently glossy on its own. So there's 2 coats. My favorite of the collection is Rose a la Mode. It's such a soft, dainty kind of nude color, and the little rose gold flakes that are in here stand out so, so beautifully. A wonderful formula. I can get this one opaque in 2 coats and wear a nice neutral mani, so I really, really liked this one. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.